We are now working on the sleeves, and those who are doing the tubular cast on, you'll need your waist yarn and your main yarn. Okay, so remember my sweater is 36 to 38 chest, so I'm going to cast on I need 23 stitches for the rib, but because I'm doing the tubular cast on, I'm going to cast on 12. I'm just going to measure the yarn for the 12 stitches, so that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, that should be enough to do 12 stitches. So using the long tail cast on, I'm going to cast on 12 stitches. Okay, so that's 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, then from here I'm going to knit all the stitches. Okay, next row we're going to purl all the stitches. Okay, then turn. Next row we're going to knit all the stitches. Okay, then turn. From here we're going to attach the main color. And we're going to purl all the stitches. We're just going to leave a bit of extra yarn for seaming, remember. I'm just going to pull this and pull this just to make it secure. So we're going to purl all the stitches from beginning of the row to the end. Okay, the next row we are going to knit all the stitches from the beginning to the end. Turn, then we're going to purl all the stitches from the beginning of the row to the end. Okay, then turn, and from here we're going to pick an extra 11 stitches to make 23. So we knit the first stitch, then we turn our work, then we're going to pick these stitches here. So we're going to pick this one using the left needle, okay, then yarn to the front, and then purl that loop, okay, then yarn to the back, knit one, yarn to the front, pick the next stitch, the next loop, then purl that loop, and yarn back, knit one, pick that stitch, purl, knit one. Okay, so we're going to keep repeating those steps until we get to the end of the row. Okay, we're at the end of the row. We're going to knit the last stitch, then we're going to tie these two together just to secure the stitch. Okay, so we should have 23 stitches altogether. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Okay, turn your work. So when you turn your work, just look at the stitches and you can identify which one is knit and which one is purl. So the first one is purl and the second one is knit, and then the next one is purl and then knit. So we're going to purl the first stitch, then knit the second one, purl, knit, purl, knit. So we're going to continue repeating the same steps until we get to the end of the row. So please note that I knit into the back of the stitch, not the front. So if you knit the front stitch into the front stitch, please continue doing so, but I prefer knitting into the back, and I will explain why in another video. So this is how the first two rows look like. I'm going to knit 6 more rows in pattern, that is the 1 by 1 rib, and for this row I'm going to start with a knit 1 and then purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, and I'll continue to the end of the row. So this is row 1 of the 6. Okay, so this is the end of the row. Okay, 10. So I've got 5 more rows to go. I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll meet you at the end of row 6. I've worked the 6 rows, and I'm going to take off the waist yarn. I think I've showed this in the other video. You start from here. Okay, so I'm doing this to save the waist yarn so that I can use it on the next sleeve. But if you don't have time, or if you're not patient, you can just use a scissors to cut the yarn. You can cut from here. Make sure you don't cut this part here. You cut from here, and then you can just remove the waist yarn. Okay. Okay. So from here we can just unravel. Okay, so the waste yarn is out. And this is how your tubular cast on looks like. We're going to add 17 more stitches, and to do that we're going to purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make 1. So we're going to do that in this space here. Okay, so this time when we pick the loop, we're not going to pick it like this. We are going to pick it from the back, and we are going to knit into this leg of the loop. We're not going to knit into, we're not going to purl into this one, because if we do that we create a hole. Let me just show you. Okay, so we create a hole there, and if you continue knitting you have a hole like that. So to prevent the holes, we are going to pick the loop from the back and then purl the stitch. We are going to insert our needle into this bar here, then purl. Okay, then purl the next stitch, then the next one we're going to pick a loop. We're going to pick the strand between the stitches, and we are going to purl like this. Okay, so if you look at the work, there are no holes. Okay, so we're going to continue with the make 1 and purl 1 until we get to the last 4 stitches. We're at the end of the row. We've got the 4 stitches left. We are going to purl all the 4 stitches. Okay, so after the increase row we should have 40 stitches on the needle, and from here we're going to work 46 more rows in a stocking stitch or stockinette stitch. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Okay, so I've done the sleeves and this is how they look like. Okay, so now I'm going to attach them to the main body of the sweater.